Hey, this is Coffee and Cards with AHG, my Harry Potter mug again, and this tarot deck, which I completely forgot that I owned. Saw it yesterday, and I was like, oh my god, I have 4 decks, I totally forgot. Alright, let's see what messages we have in store for today. Today, we need to focus on the things that we feel we are missing from our life, and I mean things we're missing from ourselves. Like, are we getting enough rest? Are we eating the right foods? Are we spending time on our own, getting to know ourselves? And are we spending enough time with other people? Basically, are we doing the right thing by ourselves? That would help us be more whole as a person. When we start to neglect these things, it brings darker times in our lives. It makes it harder for us to see a clear path ahead or feel positively about the future. We need to make sure that we're looking after ourselves, basically. And you need to think, is there anything I can do today that I haven't really been focusing on lately? Have I been eating poorly knowingly? And what can I do about that today? Just not what can I set up today to do constantly, but just what can I do about it today, in this moment? Should I eat this bag of chips, or should I have some fruit and cheese and crackers or something? I feel like today's reading is just like a chill and chat kind of reading. So I'm gonna be a bit more vulnerable and open about myself. So um uh I can relate to this reading in the way that I woke up this morning knowing that I've been wanting an omelette for a couple of days. But every time I thought about making it, I thought, nah, I'm not hungry. And then I would go for snacks instead. And then I would have this conversation with myself, which isn't unusual because I have DID. But there was this back and forth about like, I am if I'm not hungry, then why am I having snacks? Well, maybe I'm having snacks because I'm hungry. But when I think about making food that's good for me, I don't want to. And then I just like, what's easier, you know? Ended up tricking myself into making the omelette. I was like, I feel like I could make scrambled eggs. I'm like, that's exactly the same as an omelette. You just don't scramble it. It's like one less step. It's like not easier. I'm like, I'm gonna make it anyway. So then I went to go make scrambled eggs, and then I didn't scramble it. And I'm like, ha, omelette. I don't know if that's relevant to today. I don't know. This is my chill day. I didn't get too much sleep last night. The baby kept me up all night. I have a 7.5 month old and 5-year-old. Yum. Normally in my readings, I don't actually drink my coffee. I just have to wait till the reading's finished. because I just like am so focused on getting the message out. Today's message is more chill because it's literally just do a thing to look after yourself better. Have you been alone a lot recently? Go see somebody who is not toxic for you. If you know they're toxic, just don't do that. That's not nurturing yourself. That's the opposite of that. If there's somebody who makes you feel energized and happy and comfortable, go there. Um, Obviously, we've covered food. If you've been working too hard, literally just relax. Put on a movie or a show that you know you love, or one that you've been wanting to check out, and just do that. Or if you've been too relaxed and not doing anything, then do a productive thing. Just one, and then appreciate yourself for it. And be like, yes, I did that. I did the thing. So good. Alright. There's so much of just focusing on yourself today. Just looking at the second card here, and it's just telling me, like, rest. And that doesn't mean that you can completely ignore the things that you like have to do, and the things in your life that are gonna create progress, and the things about yourself that will propel you forwards in life. But really just take time to care about yourself today. Acknowledge, yeah, I've got this thing and that's my thing, but I give myself permission to put that ahead of me so I can see it and acknowledge it, but also separate myself from that for today and just chill. That light in you will actually shine brighter if you let yourself have a break every once in a while. It's okay to just do nothing. Tonight, as the sun's going down, it might even be really good for you to get outside and just appreciate it. Look at the moon, if there's a moon. I don't know what's going on with the sky at the moment. Just appreciate the vastness of space that we can see. Just look at the sky. Feel the breeze. If it's raining outside, probably don't. I mean, you can. It's up to you. You do what you do. Just don't get yourself sick, because then you'll need more rest, and this is not the most helpful thing. But just don't forget to let yourself just be and feel that connection to the universe. When you imagine your higher self and your guides, where do you imagine they are? Do you imagine they're up in the sky? Just a thought, just a question. When I imagine my guides, often depends if I'm in the middle of getting a message, then I imagine they're like right with me, right above me. It's like I can feel them, like hello. But otherwise, it's like if I'm feeling really disconnected from my guides, then I imagine them like way up in the sky. Just different people would imagine different things. If you want to leave me a comment and just let me know where you see them. Are they standing around you? Do they sit next to you? Do you imagine like being face to face with them and talking to them? Do you not have a connection with your higher selves or your guides? Do you not imagine them at all? Do you imagine them as like an energy being or a person? Or just, I don't know, floating lights? Or an angel or a past loved one? Messages can come from different places and souls on different parts of their journey because they have this whole journey that they're going through, just chilling. And a part of that is to look upon the life of a version of themselves that is still living and struggling through life. And they're meant to be there to help guide. And some of those have literally just passed. That's where you see the loved ones or whatever. Some of them are a little bit more evolved versions of yourself. And sometimes you can literally just get messages from your highest version of yourself, which is the purest kind of information. The first time that I connected to my higher self or highest self, I guess, I was lying down and I could feel them like coming down to hover above me, and I felt such a connection, and it was so awesome. And it actually was so potent that it changed me for months, and suddenly I saw everything differently and felt everything differently, which is a common occurrence with the ID, to be honest. You're like one person 1 minute and then the next minute you're somebody else with different views. But it was like we weren't used to having someone new fronting for like such a long period of time. It was really insane. And we knew that there were different switches going on. So it's not like we were just one person. It's like all of us had gone through this weird transition where suddenly it was super easy to just breathe out negativity constantly, breathe in positivity constantly. I know that as time went on, it was no longer just as easy to do that. It wasn't like second nature. It wasn't like I'm walking through the park and I can feel the energy of the trees coming into me, and I could willingly just share my energy with the trees, and it's like not an even effort. After a while, it got harder to do that, and it's like something that a lot of people have to put a lot of focus into. Yeah. Let me know in the comments. Honestly, guys, I want to understand my audience, and I want to like have chats and get to know you. So like, do you guys find it easy to just expel negativity and breathe in the positivity? Do you have to think about it? Is it something that you don't even think about and you don't do? And if that's the case, are you struggling in your life right now? How much negativity do you feel? And if you're someone that doesn't really have to think about it but just naturally do it, how do you feel? How's your life going? You know? It would be interesting to see. a little bit of a weird task for today, but apparently the guides are saying they want us to, after like reflecting and chilling and doing what's good for us today and chilling with the moon, um, they want us to try and take a selfie with that like shows just something purely about ourselves. Like, you've been on this day or hours, or I don't know what time of the day you're watching this or whatever, but like, if you spend the day reflecting and looking after yourself in at least one way that you don't usually do, preferably more than one way, but you gotta start somewhere. Take a picture of yourself at the end of it, acknowledging the fact that you understand yourself a little bit better, that you've given yourself time to rest and all of this, and try and let it reflect in the photo. I guess it can be an image that we refer back to on any day when we feel like we're not really looking after ourselves very well, we're starting to feel stressed out, burned out, whatever. And look back at that picture and be like, that's right, that was that day where I was just like taking it easy and doing a thing to make me feel better, Just looking at the picture will kind of brighten your mood a little bit and get you to, like, it might inspire you to do the same thing again or on a smaller scale, or it might plant the seed that, yeah, that's an important thing, we should totally consider doing that again. Or I. Not everyone is a plural like we. Like we? Like, I know what I mean. If you've gone through these steps to, like, just understand and relax and take care of yourself, I want you to appreciate that and feel proud of yourself for the day, because people way too often just forget to do that.